So in this video, we're going to be looking at solving square root and other radical equations. If you find this video helpful, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, our goals in this video is to solve radical equations and to identify extraneous solutions. Okay, solving square root and other radical equations. Equations containing radicals can be solved by isolating the radical on one side of the equation, then raising both sides to the same power that would undo the radical. Okay, so here's an example for us to understand what we have just read earlier. So we have here an equation 2 square root of 2x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 10. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 here. Add 2. So that's going to be 0. 2x plus 2 is equal to 12. Then I'm going to divide it by 2. So what is left here is just going to be 2x plus 2. 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6. Okay, here we're going to say we're going to raise both sides with power of 2, or we're going to square both of them to cancel the radicals in there. So what's left in here is 2x plus 2. In here, 6 square is 36. Okay, 2x is equal to 36 minus 2. So on this side, you're going to have 2x is equal to 34. And dividing both sides by 2, we're going to have x is equal to 17. Okay. Now, we have to recheck that one. Okay, let's see. Let's put this x equals 17 into the original equation. So we have to recheck. Here, recheck. So 2 times what is our value of x? That's going to be 17 plus 2. Okay, and then minus 2 is it equal to 10. Okay, 2 square root of, if I'm going to simplify all of this, 2 times 17 plus 2, that's going to be 34 plus 2 is going to be 36 minus 2. Is it equal to 10? Okay, let's see. 2 times the square root of 36 is 6 minus 2. Is it equal to 10? 12 minus 2. Okay, here we found that 10 is equal to 10. Therefore, our answer is correct. So always recheck, always substitute back the value of x into its original equation. Solve the following equation. Check your solutions. Okay, so let's go for number 1. So the very first thing I'm going to do with is going to raise both sides with 2. That is to cancel the exponents into 1. Okay, so what is left now here is going to be x. 13 square is going to give you 169. Okay, number 2. Number 2, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by 3. Okay, that's going to be canceled out. So that what's left in here is just going to be 2x, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now we're going to raise both sides with the second power to cancel the radical. 2x is equal to 16. Dividing by 2, then 16 divided by 2 is going to give you 8. Okay, number 3 in here. So the very first thing I'm going to do with this is to subtract 5 on both sides. So that's going to be 0. So what is left here is just the 3x is equal to 11 minus 5 is going to give you 6. Then I'm going to square both sides to get rid of the square root. 3x is equal to 36. Now dividing by 3, 36 divided by 3, this is going to give you 12. Okay. Okay, number 4 here. This is number 4. 3x plus 4 raised to 1 half minus 1. So the very first thing I'm going to do in here is to uh, add 1 on the both sides. So that's going to be 0 in there. Then I will go and proceed with this one. 3x plus 4 raised to 1 over 2 is equal to 5. Now, I'm going to raise again this by 2 to cancel out this one. Okay, so what is left now is what's inside your parentheses is equal to 25. Okay, 3x is equal to 25 minus 4. That's going to give you 21. Therefore, dividing by 3, x is equal to 21 divided by 3 is going to give you 7. Okay, let's go for number 5. So the very first thing we're going to do in here is to add 3 on both sides. Okay, this will be cancelled out. And what is left here now is going to be the cube root of 5x plus 2 is equal to 3. I'm going to raise both sides on the power of 3 to cancel out the cube root. What is left now is 5x plus 2. 3 cube is 3 times 3 times 3. That's going to give you 27. Okay, then we're going to minus 2. Minus 2. What is left here now is going to be 5x. It's going to give me 25. And if we're going to divide both sides by 5, then there's going to give us going to be 5. That's our final answer in here. Solve. Check for extraneous solutions. So let's see if there are some extraneous solution in here. Okay, so let's look at number 1. So the very first thing we're going to do here is to subtract 2 for on each side. It will be cancelled out. What is left is 5 root x is equal to 10. 12 minus 2 is 10. Then we're going to divide both sides again by 10. That's going to bring us root x only. And then 10 divided by 5 is going to give you 2. Okay. Okay, let's raise both sides by 2. Therefore, the value of x here is equals to 4. Now, let's recheck. Let's do some recheck in here if our answer is correct or not. Let's put it on its original equation, which is going to be 5. Okay, and this is going to be 4 plus 2. Is it equal to 12? Okay, 5, the square root of 4 is 2. Plus 2, is it equal to 12? So 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2. Okay, is it equal? No, we found out that it is correct. Therefore, our answer is correct. Okay, let's go for number 2. Here, the very first thing I'm going to do is simply raise both sides by the power of 2 to cancel out your radical expression in there. So, what is left in here now is going to be 2x minus 5. 7 square is 49. Okay, 2x is equal to 49 plus 5. Okay, so 2x is equal to 54. Now, dividing both sides by 2, x is going to give us 27. Okay. Okay, let's go for number 3. Okay, the very first thing I'm going to do in here is to raise both sides by 3, the third power, to cancel out my cube root in here. Okay, so what is left on this side is just 2x plus 1. 3 cube is equivalent to 27. So 2x is equal to 27 minus 1 is going to give you 26. Dividing both sides by 2, that's going to give me 26 divided by 2 is going to give me 13. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, number 4. Here's our number 4 now. So the very first thing we're going to do here is to add 4 on both sides. So this is going to be giving us on this side 13x minus 1 is equal to 4. And then we're going to raise both sides by 3, Cancel this out. That's going to give you 13x minus 1 is equal to 64. 13x is equal to 65. I added 1 on the other side. I added 1 on this side. Now, dividing 13 on both sides, and that's going to give us 5 as our final answer. Okay, let's go to number 5 here. Last but not the least. Okay, the very first thing I'm going to do here is to raise both sides by the power of 3. Okay, cube root. So that's going to give me here 2x plus 4, sorry, minus 4. Negative 2/8 cube is going to give you negative 8. Now, 2x is equal to negative 8 plus 4, and it's going to give you negative 4 only. Dividing both sides by 2, that's going to give me negative 2 as my final answer. Okay, so this is all how you're going to solve for now. We haven't found any extraneous solutions in here. Solve the following. So let's go for number 1. So the first thing I'm going to do in here is to raise both sides by 3. Okay, this is to cancel 3 over 3. And that's going to just give me x minus 2 on this side is equal to 125. Okay, so x is equal to 125 minus, no, sorry, minus going to be plus, is going to give you 127. This is your final answer in there. Okay, let's go for number 2 here. I'm going to approach the same way I approached earlier. So here I'm going to raise both sides by 3 again. Okay, so this is going to be cancelled out. So what is left here is just 2x plus 1 is equal to negative 27. Okay, so 2x is equal to, we're going to minus 1 on the other side. So that's going to give you negative 28. Okay, dividing both sides by 2, x is equal to negative 28 divided by 2, that's going to give you negative 14. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, in number 3, the first thing we're going to do here is to add 2 on both sides. So what is left here is just going to be 3 minus 2x. It's going to be the square root is equal to 5. Then I'm going to raise both sides by square. Okay, 3 minus 2x is equal to 25. Okay, transposing the others, these 3 on the other side, that's going to leave me by 25 minus 3 is going to give me 22. Dividing both sides by negative 2, therefore my x here is going to be 11, negative 11. Okay, that's it. Okay, number 4. The same approach earlier. The very first thing we're going to do here is just to raise both sides by 3 again. Okay. So what is left in here, this will be cancelled out. 2x plus 1 is equal to 1. 2x is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 0. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, let's go for number 5. Here's our number 5. So what I'm going to do in here is to approach the same way we approached the problems earlier. Okay, that is going to, first approach I'm going to do here is to divide both sides by 2. So here, this you only have x minus 2 raised to 2 over 3. And this is going to be 25. Now I'm going to raise again this with 3 over 2, and this is going to be 3 over 2. Okay, so this is going to be cancelled out, and this will be cancelled. So what is left here is only x minus 2 is equal to 25 raised to 3 over 2. Now, the radical form of this, if you're going to look at it, it's just going to be the square root of 25 and then raised to 3. So having said that, we're going to set the square root of 25 is 5, and then raise again to 3. So this is going to give us x minus 2 is equal to 125. Now, transposing negative 2 on the other side, that's going to give us 125 plus 2. Our final answer here is x is equal to 127. Okay, so these are the short practices that we have for this video. I hope that you understood something. At the same time, thank you for your time in watching. So this is the end of our lesson on solving square root and other radical equations. If you find this video helpful, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.